Guys, they said Paropo could not believe his eyes over what these people did to the royal kitchen. And the aim of doing this is just to stop Queen Naomi from making breakfast for Kabiyesi. You know that Queen Naomi have advantage over these other women. Mhm. Uh, while Queen Naomi was in the palace alone with the king, in as much as Queen Naomi is not the cook, Queen Naomi is always in the kitchen to supervise Kabiyesi's food and everything. That is something that this other women does not do. And that is not to say that they don't know how to cook. They may know how to cook, but the fact remains that Kabiyesi does not trust them that much to allow them make his food or supervise his food. As a matter of fact, during the time they were manipulating him so well, such that they started manipulating the chef and everyone. We all saw or hear about the result then, even though it's an alleged information. That was when Iyanifa have warned Kabiyesi to stop eating from these women's, as in the food that they prepare in that palace. You know, with all of this, you can see that with Queen Naomi around, Kabiyesi does not have to fear anything. But with these women, Kabiyesi is always very careful with his life. If you remember, there was a time we heard that Olori Calabash have prepared something food for Kabiyesi during the time she was finding a way to make Kabiyesi feel good again. During that time, we heard that Kabiyesi is not happy with her after finding out that everything she said about Queen Naomi was all set up. You know, she lied against Queen Naomi and all of that. Then they said she was preparing to have a quiet time with Kabiyesi where they will eat together and all of that. They said Kabiyesi left the palace and did not return that night again. And she was very sad. That is just to tell you that Kabiyesi is trying as much as possible to avoid all of them in terms of eating their food. But Queen Naomi, Kabiyesi will call Queen Naomi to tell Queen Naomi, I want to eat this, prepare this for me. Remember there was a time they were going to Akure to get food for Kabiyesi. You can imagine that. So Queen Naomi came to the palace early before this thing happened and prepared food for Kabiyesi. And the women were not happy about it. Not at all. They were very sad because let me tell you the truth. No matter uh, how strong you are as a woman, if your husband doesn't eat your food and he eats another woman's food whom he married the same way he married you, I bet you can never be happy. No matter how strong, no matter the kind of hard-hardened that you might be, you will never be happy. Knowing that you can cook, oh, it's not as if you cannot cook. And he does not trust you to eat your food. And here, he trusts another person that much to even call her to come and make the food for her, for him. And they said after Queen Naomi prepared that food, Queen Naomi knew what Kabiyesi likes to eat as breakfast. She also made available the things that she will use to cook the breakfast for Kabiyesi the next morning. Because that night, she passed the night in the palace, from what we heard, though, allegedly. And Kabiyesi was in her royal manor for a very long time, such that the women sef were very angry because they were waiting for Kabiyesi to come out and gist with them as usual. But unfortunately, Kabiyesi did not come. So my people, the next thing we are hearing is that it was in the morning they wanted to come, Queen Naomi wanted to go and make breakfast for Kabiyesi. And behold, everywhere in the kitchen was messed up. When I mean messed up, it's not as if it was dirty. If it is just dirty, Queen Naomi would have called one or two guards or maidens, sorry, to clean up everywhere. No. But this time they said, whoever did that entered there, destroyed those pipes that bring in water into the kitchen, and everywhere was flooded, as in everything was messed up completely. That they rendered that kitchen useless because there is nobody there is no how Queen Naomi would have said, okay, let me manage this part. No, they say everywhere was flooded. And there is no how she can stay in such a kitchen and start making food for Kabiyesi. But whoever did this, did that person think that by so doing that Queen Naomi will not make the food again? What about the royal manor? Doesn't it have kitchen? Hmm? The royal manor have kitchen. Or is it that Kabiyesi cannot eat food prepared outside his own kitchen? I do not know, unless on that ground. But if not, her option there now, there are different options. It's not, it must not be the royal kitchen. They can go, Queen Naomi can go to Paropo's kitchen. Or that is maybe the stepmother might not. Anyways, their main aim of doing that is such that Queen Naomi will not be able to use that kitchen and prepare food for Kabiyesi. But is that to say that Kabiyesi will go hungry that day? Hmm? And they say Kabiyesi did not take this thing lightly, because they know that those pipes were not faulty before. There is no trace of, as in when you see it, you will know that whoever did it deliberately. They just did it so that that happiness and joy that Queen Naomi is giving Kabiyesi, they will cut it. But they are not God. Even if Kabiyesi did not, or even if Queen Naomi did not make breakfast there is always an option. They can decide to go out and maybe go out, go to Lekki Mansion, go to anywhere, so that Queen Naomi will prepare Kabiyesi's food. But at this point, they might be thinking that they did this to Queen Naomi, but they did it to Kabiyesi. Because it is Kabiyesi who will still fix all of those things. It's Kabiyesi who will not eat breakfast that morning. Or did they even think that Kabiyesi will say, okay, one of you should go and make breakfast for me, since you have ruined the chances of Naomi making breakfast for me? Maybe that is what they will be having in mind for doing that. But the question is, who is the brain behind this? Who must have done this? Eh? That is if this information is true, because I will not stop to tell you that whenever you are in this channel on my page, just know that you are listening to alleged information. I do not live in the palace, so I am not in any way related to Kabiyesi and his wives. I am just a blogger. When I get this information, I come here and share it with you and remind you that they are all alleged. So guys, who do you think that did this? Or do you think they did it collectively, because you cannot trust these women? You cannot trust them. The way Kabiyesi left them to be with Queen Naomi, it is possible that they must have called themselves emergency meeting and find a way to stop the happiness or cut it short. But they will not succeed. It is just the pipe that they destroyed. It will not take Kabiyesi a few hours to fix everything, and that person will be put to shame. Anyways, that is what we are hearing. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.